Hey, and welcome to this podcast. Today I tried to do something new. I would like to be more efficient in my way of doing things, so I decided to try to do my first podcast while driving a long, slow, boring drive. So this is a test. Let's see how this works. Today I would like to talk about the basic questions on health and diet, my basic principles, because I got asked this question twice this last week, and this is a pretty common thing that I would like to talk about that would help a lot in a lot of people's diet. So let's jump in and let's get started with my health and diet basics. So the primary thing we need to get a hold of is the thing that you do all the time that's the most basic of your diet, which is your diet. The diet is a basic part of what we need to get working in when we're talking health. And I'm a big proponent of the Paleo diet, but I think it doesn't need to be a full-on Paleo. You need to find what's working for you and what health works for you. And the big lines of Paleo is the way to go. That's why I always say that you need to mix up real food, your food from today, with the Paleo diet, which is real food from where it came from. So, in my point of view, when we talk diet, we need to take a closer look at the Paleo diet, and for the majority of the Paleo diet is a plant-based diet. If you ask me, it is not filled with bacon and meat all over the place, because people couldn't get a hold of this back in the Stone Age. This wouldn't be possible because this just is too hard for them to be getting meats and fats all the time, and you cannot, without a refrigerator and stuff like this, you cannot store meat in the same way. So that's what I think we should think of as a plant-based diet. So we need to set it up as a plant-based diet. So about at least 50% plus is the main thing, is vegetables, and preferably green in-season vegetables is what we would like, so we get all the fibers and all the good things from all these nutrients from the vegetables in our diet. Fruits as well is a pretty big part, especially if you're an athlete. So this is how your plate should look. It should be mainly vegetables. Around 50 to 70, 75% of your plate should be plant-based. And then from there we move up to the protein. Here you get a long way with a little amount of protein. So you have some little quality protein, and I say little because it should be around 15-20% of your 15, maybe less, around 15% of your diet, of your plate should be a healthy source of protein and fat with the natural fats on it. This is a big thing. A lot of people go with the non-fat meats, and this is not the way to go. There's a lot of good nutrients, and if you choose, when you're choosing organic free-range meats, you get a lot of omega-3s from the fats of the free-range meats. So this is an important part. And to get all this mixed up and working fantastic together, we use healthy fats to mix all of this up and getting it in your diet and getting all those fantastic in-season vegetables tasting great with coconut oil, butter, and my personal favorite, olive oil. A good quality source of olive oil you should have at all time. It is a game changer and it changes your health. And if you do it this way and avoid grains, I would say most of the time because a lot of people can't handle grains. But if you look at this diet template, then it looks a hell of a lot like the healthiest diets of the Mediterranean diet, like the old Cretan diet and all of these small island diets in the Mediterranean. This is a very, very healthy and nutrition-filled diet. So that's my template for diets. The second thing is sleep. Sleep is just so hugely important and something that a lot of people just take for granted. This is a building stone for a lot of stuff in your everyday life, and your energy and your fat burning. All of this is not working 100% if you are not getting enough sleep. So let's talk about some basic sleep hygiene. Sleep is so important that I need to talk a little more about it here, and then I'm gonna, like I said before, I wanted to talk about sleep, but my sleep post isn't ready yet. I haven't found all the things that I would like to talk about, so we have to wait for that sleep post. But sleep hygiene, your circadian rhythm is a huge help for you falling asleep, and getting asleep and having a good night of sleep. So getting to bed and getting out of bed roughly around the same time every day, Monday to Sunday, weekends included. So if you wake up at 5 or 6 o'clock in the weekdays, then you strive for getting up that same time every day, even though Saturday and Sunday if you're off. This is a good plan, and it will help you a lot when it's working for you. You will normally wake up at around the same time when it's working, and you're getting to bed around the same time every day. This is the first thing. And then the second thing, when we're talking about circadian rhythm and getting all of this working, is blue light and light in general. So at least 1 hour, preferably 2 hours before bedtime, you turn off all electronic devices, iPads, tablets, computers, phones. This light is just too much for your eyes. It looks and it shines the same way as the sunlight into your eyes, so it kind of tricks your body thinking that it's still daytime and when it's nighttime. And another thing you can do with the light part at night is turning down or getting rid of high lumen lights, so you have a more soft light after dark. Preferably you would be using something like candle lights or special low dim lights in after nighttime. This after sundown. This is a very big game changer when talking about getting more into the deep sleep of the night. This is so important for fat burning and recovery, and especially for kids. The more they get into a deep sleep, they just have more energy and power the next day. So that's the two things I would like to talk about when we're talking about sleep. And then the third part of my health and diet is movement. Movement is so neglected these days. We take the car all the way around, like I'm sitting in the car right now, but try to get out and move some more. A general rule of thumb is using your phone, or if you have a watch that tracks your steps, then try to get at least 10,000 steps every day. Preferably more. If you can reach 10,000, that's a very, very good starting point, and then we can move on from there. And then general movement can be playing with your kids, having fun outside, taking a walk when you feel like it, and even though you don't feel like it if it's bad weather. This is something that helps your body and lubricating your joints and your entire body and giving you more energy. You just need to get this more movement, or a daily morning walk or afternoon walk once a day, daily for 2 to 3 weeks, and here you will see a huge difference in your everyday energy because of something like a little movement like this. And then on top of movements, I would like to say some kind of lifting something heavy or picking something up from the ground. This is a good way to keep you stronger and getting you ready for whatever life brings you. So we have the three main things. We have the diet, plant-based, preferably mixed up with good sources of protein and healthy fats. And the second thing is sleep. And then we have the third thing, which is movement and lifting something heavy. These are the three things I think you should have in your diet, in your life every day, and then you will be on a good path for a more healthy and sustainable lifestyle where you get leaner and healthier and have happier kids. This is my short ramble about the question I got from my Facebook page. So I hope you like this, and if you do, then please help spread the word, get this out to more people. And if you would like to get in touch with me, I both have a closed Facebook group and where I help you with everything, and you have my personal email right underneath as well. So thank you. Thank you for listening to the Primal Persistence podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share the knowledge in this so we can help as many people as possible getting the physical and energy-based power to conquer every obstacle in their way.